Boom, guys. Today, I'll be telling you some stuff like hacks you don't know about Google Keyboard. So let's get started. Go to your settings, guys. You have to go to System Settings. Then you have to go to Language and Input. Then boom, you have the keyboard there at the top. So this is a virtual keyboard. This is a physical keyboard. Physical keyboard is something like, when you have a physical keyboard connected to an OTG code that is connected to your phone, you can actually use that there. So here is our keyboard. The preferred language is English, United States here. So the virtual keyboard is here. So if you click on the virtual keyboard, you have also like the voice typing or the Google keyboard. That's Google board there. So from here you can take your preferred languages. You can see. So here is English US. Here is the QWERTY keyboard. You can add another keyboard here. Let's say something like Arabic keyboard. Arabic keyboard. So we'll get it over here. Then you can add something like, if you have the Arabic keyboard here, you can add the handwriting section also. Then done. You can also add another keyboard like Hindi keyboard. So you can see, so Hindi India here, there's the keyboard. You can see some other keyboard is the ABC and Hindi keyboard. Here's the normal Hindi keyboard, then the handwriting, and then the compact one. So if you add all this together, you have created something called multilingual typing. So you can switch from different type of keyboard on your typing. You can see here we have our preferred language. I'll be saying like English, Arabic, and Hindi. So let's get back. And then you have to go to preferences here. Preferences will show you things about the keyboard, like number row. Always show number row in QWERTY keyboard and some other keyboard layout. So down is just the keyboard layout. Some other section here like show language switch key. You find if you turn this on, you find a key that you can switch from one language to the other. Then voice input key, you can you have a voice recorder there for you to like input your voice. You can say something with your voice and it's going to be typed there. So if you input this, you have to get it. You can see like show emojis in symbol keyboard. So you can actually find, if you turn on this, you find emojis on your symbol keyboard. So let's turn that on. Then there's something like one hand mode. If you turn one hand mode on, your keyboard it's going to come out in the form of like one hand mode. Let's try to get like right-handed mode, for example. Let's try to turn it off, for example. Let's go and use the keyboard at the moment. So let's use the keyboard here. You can see here, this is the normal keyboard. This is a normal English keyboard here. So let's turn on one hand mode, right-handed mode. Let's get back. You can see, so it has changed. If you want to change this thing on the keyboard interface, just click on this arrow to back to normal. You can see, so you can actually get these settings there. I'm going to show you there, but let's get back. You can change it here from right-hand mode or left-handed mode, or you can turn it off. So that's another setting. Then keyboard height, you can increase or decrease the height of the keyboard. Like now it is normal. So let's check the keyboard, normal keyboard here, but let's try to increase the height. Let's try to increase it and click on OK. Then go there. It's going to be very tall. You can see. Let's try to decrease it. Keyboard height, decrease very short. So let's get back. You can see it's short. So let's take it back to normal. Then let's continue. Let's take it back to normal. Then click on OK. So sound or key press. If you want sound to be playing while you press on the keyboard, click on sound on key press. So let's get back there to our keyboard. You are going to find it playing sounds now. You can see. So it look cool, right? So if you don't want it, you can turn it off, but for now let's continue. Then you can something like volume on key press, system default. So you can actually increase the volume here on key press. Then click on OK. Let's get back to the keyboard. You can see how the volume. So let's get back there. So if you don't want all those stuff, you can actually turn them on. And haptic keyboard on key press is another interface there. Vibration straight on key press. So if you want to this is the vibration, if you want to like feel the vibration on the, if you want to feel the vibration strength on the keyboard, you can leave it at default here, which is the best. But if you want to feel it, then let's click on OK. 100 ms. You can see I'm feeling what I'm pressing, just like I'm using the keyboard somehow. So that's cool. So let's try to get something like pop-up on key press. This pop-up on key press just allow, whenever you click on a particular alphabet, it will pop up. But let's try it over here like this. You can see it will pop up, but let's try to turn that off, and you see that it won't pop up. You just type cover. You can see, so the purpose is not that there, but I'll get that back. And then you have to long press for symbol. So whenever you long press on a keyboard, on a key on the keyboard, it's going to bring a symbol. So let's click on it, and then let's get back there. Let's try to long press on a particular keyboard. You can see long press on this, it will bring this. You can see long press it to bring other symbols. You can see, so all these symbols are here. That's how you can get it. So guys, let's try to like if you want to increase or decrease the delay of the keyboard, here is where you can decrease it or increase it. So the default one is over here, and then 300 ms is the one we are using at the moment. So if you want to increase the delay or increase it, that is here. You can actually decrease or increase the delay. So let's try now to get back. You can see something like we call themes. in the theme section, you can change the keyboard from white to something like black. Then you can, you can also apply to keyboard as borders of the keyboard. Then go back, so the keyboard is going to change to black, and vice versa. So that's how you can work for the whole stuff there. So let's try to get back and see more. Like in the text correction section here, you find something like you can see some other like text correction, like show suggestion strip. Whenever you are trying to type something, they will show you the suggestion here. That's the one here. The next word suggestion, they'll try to give you the next word, like trying to like follow up with the way you are typing to give you the next word. Maybe it may rhyme. Then you can block offensive words. So you do not suggest potentially offensive words here. So they will not suggest potentially offensive. Anything that is offensive, like some words that are like offensive words, they are not going to suggest that to you. So you have to know that. So but if you want to turn it off, you can turn it off, and then they'll be suggesting it. So you can see show emoji suggestion. So if you're using emojis, they'll be showing you emojis and the rest. And then suggest contact. Use information from contacts for suggestion. So if you want, if you turn this on, it's going to use some information from your contacts, and it can use to suggest some like some stuff for you. So auto correction is here, that will be correcting your stuff while you are typing. And then we'll have personalized suggestion. You can learn from Google Apps services that you type to improve suggestion. So whatever I type in, sometimes it's saved in their database there somehow. So they'll be using that as a suggestion for you. So guys, you can see double space period. This double space period, once you turn it on, is that whenever you type something like this and you want to give it a space, if you give it double space, it's going to give it a full stop like this. You can see, if you type something and give it double space, full stop. So that's that. Let's get back. And then spell check. Mark misspell words while typing. So if you turn this on, whenever I type something like let's say ball, you can see they have corrected me automatically. But let's say you can see they have marked it. This stuff is misspelled. Sometimes you see blue, sometimes you see red. So you have to recorrect that, or you have to check it. You can see, and then boom, it's still clear now. So let's get back to what we call glide typing. Once you turn on this glide typing, once it's enabled, and all these things, once they are enabled now, we can type while gliding on the keyboard. Let's try to type something like my name is you can see, name is Tech Khalifa. You can see, so I'm just gliding on the keyboard, I'm typing. So once that section is turned on, you'll be gliding on the keyboard, and automatically Google will type using the algorithm from the suggestion and then the normal English words. So you can see, you can delete word by sliding from the left delete key. So once that is turned on, let's try to slide from the left delete key here. So guys, let's try to slide from the left delete key, which is here. You can see this. So let's just slide from there automatically to delete every word. Boom. You can see. So if you type anything and you use your slide from this delete key to delete everything automatically, you don't have to be like deleting like this. So let's say you have typed many things like this and you want to delete all of them at the same time. So you just have to slide on this very icon to this side like this, and boom, automatically. So that's under settings here. So if you turn on this delete word by sliding from left to the keyboard, you get it. And then you can enable gesture cursor control by sliding on the space bar. So if you have something like this, so you can actually control your cursor by sliding on the space bar here. You can see. So let's try to get back, and then let's get back to something like voice typing. So voice typing, I'm going to make an exceptional video on this very voice typing, so stay tuned. Voice typing here will allow you you can choose your language from here, and then once you take the language, for now is English. So offline speak recognition, you can actually manage downloaded languages. So if you have some other languages, you can use their recognition here. So you can block offensive words, that is voice results. If you have any offensive voice typing, it's going to be blocked automatically. But if you don't want it, you can just turn it off. So you can be using your voice to type, and that's what brings something called Google Voice Typing. So automatically, this Google Voice Typing will give you something like talks to speech, like talk to to Google Assistant. So if you click on that, it's going to give something like access with voice match. Once you click access with voice match, you can see automatically it's going to, it requires something like internet connection. So automatically it will pop up, and it will fix your voice. You will record your voice. So automatically they will note your voice down. You just say okay Google. So whenever you just turn off your phone and you say okay Google automatically, and you can just like say okay Google, and it will perform some action like okay Google, turn on Pixel app. Okay Google, call this so and so contact, just call the name. Okay Google, call my mom. And that's how it works. So if we turn on this, it's going to automatically recognize your voice, and does that. So you can even say okay Google to unlock your device when the sound matches your voice model. So if you turn on this, if you have internet connection, I don't have SIM my phone at the moment, so I don't have internet connection. So if you turn on this, then you turn on this automatically. When your phone is locked, you can just say okay Google, unlock. So that is going to unlock your phone automatically if it matches with your voice. So you can actually, you know, come down here to restrain voice model or to delete voice model. So if you're having some if you don't want that stuff again, you can just delete the voice here, the voice model. If you want to restrain the voice model, you can click on this option here. So that's all about the Google Voice typing and how it works. So let's try to get down something like Bluetooth headset. You can record audio through Bluetooth headset if available. So if you have a Bluetooth headset connected to your phone, you can just, you know, speak to the Bluetooth headset like, okay Google, unlock the phone. So automatically it will, if you have these settings turned on, if you have a Bluetooth headset connected, it's going to provide that very action. It will just unlock the phone. Or if you say, okay Google, call so and so contact, so it automatically is going to work like that. Since if you have a Bluetooth headset connected, you can turn this on. So let's get back. And guys, so we're still on the virtual keyboard, which will bring us to go to like Google Keyboard here. So it goes somewhere like dictionary here. The dictionary section is all about you can just learn some words here, and it's just a personal dictionary. Then you can go to somewhere like search, advanced section. This advanced section, you know, is somewhat like you can see emoji with physical keyboard. With the physical keyboard, physical ALT key shows the images keyboard, so that one is turned automatically, so you'll be finding your emojis at the ALT key section. Then you can see something like show app icon. So this one is going to delete is going to display the keyboard app icon in your phone. So click on it and automatically the app icon is going to be showing in the menu. Let's get there. So you can see, so Google Keyboard, keep it on Google moving. You can see here is the app icon now, Google Keyboard over here. So automatically you can get the whole stuff from there if you click on that. And then under that same advanced option, we have something like share usage statistics with Google. So automatically your keyboard will send your usage statistics to Google, you know, on how you are using it, on what you are typing and the rest. So you have to be careful. This is somewhat, you know, they could be viewing your stuff through here, but it's just to improve the keyboard. So if you turn it on, if you don't want your keyboard to send any information to Google like your usage statistics, you can just turn it off, and that's that. So let's try to get back. And then let's get to what we call the keyboard itself here. You can use the application here from the menu here, so we can set it up. So let's try to continue with how it's going to work. So here's the keyboard, and you can select something like the language. You can change the language by holding down this very button here. So let's try to change like Arabic. Arabic here will provide you with Arabic interface, you can see. So let's hold down again, then you can see, let's change to Hindi. You can see this Hindi for English. You can use English. You can click on this very icon here to change the other stuff here. You can see some other Hindi words. So if you don't want that, you can still change it to the other Hindi type, then hold it down. Let's go to Hindi India. So you're going to find their stuff here, and that's the way it works. So you can, you know, there's the way their language is. You have to go accordingly, you can see. So let's try to change something. Let's get back to handwriting, for example. Handwriting here is all about, you know, it requires a download of something that you need to download it from the internet. So you have to download it where you can use the handwriting section of it. Let's try to get back to English, and then I will show you some settings also again. That let's hold down this Google keyboard, this Google icon, I mean, so you can search automatically anything you are typing. You can just search using the Google section here if you have an internet connection. The number 2 section here, you can see one icon here. Just click on it, and automatically it will show you stickers. So you have to disable power saving mode before you can use this very sticker option. So you need to have an internet connection, and you need to get power saving mode disabled. And then once you have done with that, you'll be finding all those stickers. You can be, you know, you can be chatting, you can send that through your chat and the rest. So let's try to get something like let's get back. So let's try to hold down this Google icon, click on it, then you have to go to GIF. The GIF here will provide you with GIF, you know, if you have internet connection, the one from your own gallery, the one you are using, and some other GIF that are provided by Google automatically. Once you have internet connection, it's going to pop up here. I told you earlier that I don't have a SIM card on my phone at the moment. That's why I cannot access the internet. So let's get back as well. Let's try to click on that very icon again. You can see something like Google Translate here. So if you want to translate a particular word, if you are chatting with someone, just click on that Google icon, then click on Google Translate. Automatically input. You can copy and paste the word you want to translate here automatically. If you have an internet connection, it will translate it for you immediately. You can reply. You can reply back. So let's get back. And then the fourth one here is colors. So click on the color icon here. It will provide you with the interface of the color of how the Google keyboard works. You can click on show more colors to find the remaining color. You can see. So they're all cool. They're here. So I will take the first this black one, I mean. So let's get back, and let's try to click on something like the same icon again. Then you click on the 3 dots here. This 3 dots is going to provide you with something like text editing. So text editing here, it will give you some instances like how you can switch from one line of the text to another. You know, in order for you to edit it, you can go to the middle of something, then you click on paste to paste a particular word you have copied before. You can go to a particular section, then you can do it. You can actually click on here to select through. You can see. So once you come to, you bring the cursor to one particular place on the keyboard, you can click on select. If you click on select, it's going to highlight it like this. Then you can click on the button to the side you want to select. Let's say to the side, you are highlighting them now. Let's say downwards, you can highlight downward, upward, and then to the other part. So once you are done with that, let's say we highlight everything, then we'll copy it. Then we still bring the cursor down to the middle. For example, you can paste it. You can bring the cursor down again, paste it. You can see it will be very faster for you. So you can actually move it with all these stuff, and they are there just to move the whole stuff. You can select all of them at the same time. You can still copy them. You can paste them again, select all of them again, cut all of them, boom, then paste. Everything's back. So that's the way that one works. So it's just there for you to be editing your text. Click on the Google icon, click on the three dots. One hand mode. Once you turn this on, it will show you something. You can use your one hand to be typing on the keyboard. You can be using one hand to be typing, so it make it easier for you if you want to use one hand, like your right or left. So if you want to change this thing to the left side here, or the right side, I mean, you can click on this arrow there, then it will go to the left side. If you are left, if you used to use the left hand, you can use this for typing as well. Then you can click on this very icon here, down here. You can see, you can just change it. You can click on the arrow here to try to edit it somehow if you want to decrease or increase it. So this is the maximum size, this is the maximum size, this is the minimum size for that very one hand keyboard. Then click on done, so it can decrease it for you. You can also increase it. So and boom. So for one hand mode, if you want to turn this off, just click on this arrow, this 4 arrow here, and boom, everything's back to normal. So click on the Google icon again, click on the 3 dots. Then you have to, if you want to access the settings of this very stuff, you can pass here to go to the settings. And then the last one here is something we called floating keyboard. Floating keyboard will actually bring the keyboard to your phone like this. It's going to bring the keyboard interface to your phone. You can place it at anywhere of any part of this thing. You can just be typing and everything continue typing. You can give it space, you can go down, you can keep typing. So floating keyboard just to be flowing on the screen. So if you don't want the floating keyboard, click on the Google icon again, click on the 3 dots, then click on floating keyboard to terminate it, and boom, we're back. So this voice typing here is over here. So if you click on it, just as I've said before, you can just start speaking. So it requires some internet connection and the rest. So that's how it works. So once you are done with that, it will actually provide that. And there's something I want to show you guys, and it is that if you want to change this language, like all these languages, if you want to change them quickly, you just have to be clicking on the X icon here. Just click on it, it will change to any other language you want. You can see it will be changing them automatically. But back to English. So I would like to show you something again. Click on the Google icon here, then click on the 3 dots, go to the settings. I want to show you something about the keyboard, guys. If you turn on this number row in the preferred section here, you find something like always show number row in quadri. So if you click on this and go back to the keyboard, the number is going to be at the top row. You can see. So everything here is going to be shown at the top here. You don't have to go to anywhere. You can see the number at the top. It will give you like a more professional interface here. So let's try to get back to the settings again. Then I need to show you more things. So guys, if you come to the language section here, click on the language section, and you can see English over here. Click on English. Then you can select handwriting for English. You can select the Quest keyboard, the Azure keyboard, the Dover keyboard for English, the Colema keyboard, and most especially the PC keyboard here. So if you want to find the PC interface of the keyboard here, you can click on the PC interface, and there is a Morse code keyboard. If you know stuff about Morse code, you can use their keyboard here, and boom. So it's going to be very complex for you guys, and then you can see. So you can, if you know more about Morse code, you can just try to do the settings here. Then click on done. Let's get back to the keyboard, and you can see the interface of the keyboard is going to look more explicit somehow. You can see. Let's try to clear all this from here. I like to select all of them, and boom. So guys, here is the way the keyboard looks. You can see, since we have combined the whole keyboard, and let's try to switch from one keyboard to the other. So this is the Arabic keyboard. So you can see we have many. Well, let's go back to the English keyboard, for example. Let's get back to the English keyboard. So here is the English keyboard. Hold it down. We need something like the PC keyboard. So once you click on, you hold that space button down, go to English PC. So it's going to look like a PC stuff for you. So if I type in, this is the caps lock and the rest. So you can see the equal sign. So the interface is going to look like that of PC. So you can just quickly find the settings here, and then this is how the PC keyboard works. So that's the interface for the PC. Then you can find the English Morse code here. So if you know how to use all this Morse code, you can see. So I don't really know how to use this stuff. So for those who know how to use this stuff, they can understand it. So you can ask questions here. So this, you can change the keyboard from from the Morse code back to something. So guys, if you want to delete all those keyboards, if you don't want them again, you can just click on this pencil icon at the top here. Then click on the pencil icon. You have to mark all those ones you don't want again. Then click on delete, and boom, your keyboard is back to normal here. And that's that.
That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more tech videos. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.